Here we are in Knaresborough. It's a nice place actually. What do you think?
It's a beautiful town. Plus, we have absolutely perfect weather.
Absolutely.
Good afternoon, in fact. It's been a very long day. Welcome to Knaresborough. Sunny Knaresborough, what a glorious day it is. There's, as ever, lots to see in Knaresborough today. You can head over to the castle, our historic Norman castle, visit the keep and the courthouse museum, look at the fabulous views, including the famous railway viaduct. That is, of course, the second one. The first one collapsed into the river when they just finished building it. Don't forget to visit the castle at the new visitor centre opposite the bus station. And at Knaresborough House, a short walk down the high street, it is Knaresborough Medieval Day, with some fascinating exhibitions, activities for the children, and some rather fabulous cakes, I know, because I've just had one. As ever, our local shops and businesses and cafes and pubs will be delighted to welcome you. And every purchase comes with a Knaresborough smile, absolutely free. Thank you for visiting us today. Enjoy your visit to Knaresborough, the friendliest town in Yorkshire. God save the King!
Hooray!
Thank you.
Ya teman-teman, cuaca sangat indah sekali pada siang hari ini, dan di belakang saya kalian lihat ada sungai, dan sungai itu sangat menarik sekali ya. Ada yang mendayung, dan memang harus mendayung ya.
The boats, there are a surprising number of boats there. Would you fancy going on a boat, Fina?
Not when you do
If
it.
you have to row the boat.
Yeah, no. Neither of us not good
It
in
is
rowing.
surprisingly busy with boats, isn't it?
Yes.
And this is the River Nid, as far as I know, which is the river in Knaresborough. But it is surprisingly busy with boats. But it's not surprising if you think it's such a beautiful day. And just across there, on the other side of the bridge, I can see Mother Shipton's cave, which we'll go in, and we'll think about maybe going on a boat.
Halo teman-teman, apa kabar kalian semuanya? Pada hari ini kami akan mengajak kalian untuk pergi ke Knaresborough. Dan ada apa di Knaresborough?
Well, it's a small town, but it's very, very interesting. It's not a town I've ever been to before. Well, it's not too far from where we live, but it has a beautiful river, and there's also apparently the site of old Mother Shipton's cave, which is just across the river from here, and it's the site of perhaps the most notable, the most famous kind of fortune teller or mystic in English history.
Iya, teman-teman, ya sangat menarik sekali tempatnya, karena Mother Shipton menurut legenda atau cerita atau entah benar bahwa dia bisa melihat masa depan. Yuk, kami akan sharekan kepada kalian yang setia bersama The Adventure of Fina and Tim.
See you soon! Well, we're now beside the River Nid, and it's a beautifully warm day, which, as you probably realise, is pretty unusual in England. But it's a lovely day. It's as perfect as anywhere in the world on a nice sunny day. And the river is beautiful. Up there is the main viaduct. We've come across the bridge just there, but there is a tall viaduct over there. and it is a very quaint town. As you saw in the centre of the town, there was a town crier in full town crier's uniform, so it was the whole place seems very, very interesting, and it's not a place that I'm particularly aware of, but it is a beautiful place. There are the boats on the river, and there are the riverside houses, and up there is a church. It is a beautiful scene. Her prophecies shall still survive and ever keep her name alive.
Teman-teman, ini adalah pohon kesehatan ya. Menurut cerita atau kepercayaan bahwa kalau kita menaruh uang di tree ini, kita akan selalu sehat atau tersembuhkan dari penyakit. Saya akan coba, dan tentu saja saya hanya percaya pada Tuhan ya. Tapi ini hanya sebuah pohon aja. Yuk kita cobain. Nah teman-teman, sekarang tim yang coba ya. Karena saya kurang keras mungkin ya. Jadi tim cobain, nggak begitu mudah sih. Tapi seperti saya bilang teman-teman, bahwa ini hanya kepercayaan pada 18 century ya, dan 19 century. Dan nggak bisa masuk. Oke, nggak apa-apa ya. Yang penting kita udah coba. Oke teman-teman, kita jalan lagi.
The famous illustrations to Alice in Wonderland, I think the illustrations were made by Sir John Tenniel. And the original drawings that were published at the time, and there's March Hare's hutch, and my dear, here we must run as fast as we can just to stay in place. It would be not so nice if something made sense for a change.
So teman-teman, seperti yang sudah saya bilang bahwa saya tengah berada di Wishing Well, yaitu adalah sumur harapan ya, atau pengharapan. Dan menurut yang mereka bilang bahwa kalau kita berharap di dalam hati dan menyentuh air ini seperti yang saya lakukan, dan saya menemukan juga well ini, tentu saya tidak akan ambil. Saya masuk ke sini dan berharap, saya akan berharap sekarang.
And you have to keep your wish secret. And allow the water to dry naturally on your hand. So this is the petrifying well, and I can see a pirate sack of 3-corner hats up there, and lots of things, including a couple of shirts, and teddy bears and dolls and toys. If you leave things here for long enough, they'll turn into stone. Here are some of the predictions made by Old Mother Shipton many, many years before they came true. Here is one. Iron in the water shall float as easy as a wooden boat. There she was predicting the invention of metal ships, ships with metal hulls, long, long before they became reality. Another one. Around the world thoughts shall fly in the twinkling of an eye. That rather suggests, to me, the internet. Again, hundreds of years before the internet became the reality that we know today. Another one. Carriages without horses shall go, and accidents fill the world with woe. Well, certainly, there are many, many cars now, and again, that is perhaps about 500 years before the car was invented. And finally, underwater men shall walk, shall ride, shall sleep, shall talk. In the air men shall be seen, in white, in black, and in green. Well, certainly there are now aeroplanes, and again, that's about 400 or 500 years before the aeroplane was invented, presumably by Orville and Wilbur Wright in America. And so Mother Shipton was obviously very good at predicting the future. Well, we have really enjoyed our visit to Mother Shipton's cave, and in fact to the whole town. it's a surprisingly beautiful place, actually. And it's not really far from our house, but it's a place both of us, we've never been to. We pass it maybe on the way up to Scotland or somewhere. And yet, it's a beautiful place. Mother Shipton's Cave there's a lot of attractions here. We hope here possibly to bring Mila here fairly soon. So have you enjoyed it here?
Yes. So teman-teman ya, saya sangat menikmati kami sangat menikmati sekali berada di tempat ini. Tempatnya itu luar biasa sekali ya, bagus untuk keluarga karena kita bisa bawa anak misalnya atau cucu. Kalau untuk kami ya itu luar biasa sekali karena di sana tadi di atas kami bisa melihat miniature of Alice in Wonderland ya, dan saya sangat menikmati sekali, dan juga cerita-cerita sedikit horor ya karena seperti sudah kami bilang bahwa Shipton ini ya, Mother Shipton Cave itu adalah seorang yang katanya pada century 18 antara 18-19 dia itu bisa melihat future ya, masa depan ya, tapi tentu saja itu hanya sebuah legend ya, hanya legenda.
She was said to have the gift of foretelling the future.
Ya, dan dia bilang bahwa dunia akan berakhir pada tahun 18 berapa sih?
Was it 1882?
1881 atau no, 1801. 1801 katanya dunia ini akan berakhir pada tahun 1801, dan ternyata kami masih ada di sini dan dunia semakin
unless we're living in a simulation. And it really did finish in the 19th century. That's always possible.
So teman-teman, terima kasih untuk kalian yang sudah setia bersama The Adventure of Fina and Tim. Terima kasih untuk like-nya, juga jangan lupa komennya. Dan untuk kalian yang baru saja menemukan channel kami, jangan lupa untuk subscribe ya. Oke, sampai jumpa minggu depan. Kalian take care and bye.
Mm-hmm.